war on his nation appears to have begun. Eastern Ukraine is being targeted with airstrikes and heavy shelling as Moscow moves in more troops to press its campaign in the region. The besieged city of Mariupol in the southeast continues to hold out against a punishing Russian assault that has almost completely leveled the city. Meantime, Russian missiles claimed their first victims in the far western city of Lviv. That's where John Yang begins our coverage.
The people of largely spared Lviv awoke to an unfamiliar sight. Black smoke filling the sky, craters blown in the earth, and roofs smashed. Ukrainian officials say several Russian missiles struck targets and killed at least 7 people. The war's first known deaths in Lviv.
I think it is not safe anywhere in Ukraine. I hope it will be over soon. When 5 missiles hit today, I woke up because of the explosions. I was worried for people.
The western city has been a way station for incoming supplies and for civilians fleeing war to the east. But Russia sent a message with this strike, said Serhiy Befistov, who had fled from Donetsk.
When there is a war against the enemy, an insidious enemy going on, unfortunately there are no safe havens in Ukraine. Missiles are sent from all over.
In eastern Ukraine, Kharkiv has been under deadly and intensifying bombardment. A woman grieved her father, another victim of Moscow's assault. Russia said it also launched mass overnight strikes on hundreds of military targets across Ukraine. But a senior U.S. defense official said today Russian forces continue to reinforce the east and south and are still moving into the Donbas region as they attempt to close in on the capture of Mariupol. After 7 weeks of siege, this city is in ruins, facing the risk of full Russian control. Battered streets are now littered with the dead, now a common sight for the more than 100,000 civilians still trapped.
We came back to get our stuff. We left wearing just winter clothes and don't have anything else.
Irina and her nieces are taking anything they can from their home, now smashed and burned. They don't know where to go, but are desperately trying to flee. Last weekend, Moscow claimed its forces were close to seizing the city and asked Ukrainian troops to lay down their arms. But there were no signs of surrender. This iron and steel works plant to the east of Mariupol is one of the last pockets of Ukrainian defense.
Russian forces are destroying Mariupol. They want to wipe off the face of the earth other places and other cities in the Donetsk and Luhansk regions. We are doing everything to ensure defense.
In a nighttime speech, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky appealed to world leaders for more weapons and new sanctions. But today, Russia's President Vladimir Putin said his nation's economy was invincible.
We can now confidently say that such policy of sanctions towards Russia has failed.
Russia's central bank chief gave a more negative assessment and said that sanctions will now begin to increasingly affect the real sectors of the economy. In the north, in Chernihiv, Russian troops have left a deadly legacy after their retreat. These emergency workers are removing explosive devices from the ground to prevent further harm. Outside the city, only the skeleton